welcome to day 3 of PAX. Welcome to what is my personal favorite moment of PAX, the Pitch Your Game Idea panel. I'll have our panelists introduce themselves, and then I'll explain the rules, and then we will have chaos.
We have rules?
They're only to stop people from killing each other, really. It's like Thunderdome.
Is that part of the game?
Not yet. Oh, we're not pitching my game. All right, come on. This is panels for them, not for us to just entertain ourselves. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm E from Xbox Live. If you listen to the Major Nelson podcast, that's me. I am at the Val on Twitter. And thank you for welcoming us all to Australia. This has been fantastic. Can't wait to come back.
Yay!
Hi, I am Nika Harper, otherwise known as Nikasaur. I work for Riot Games. I'm a community coordinator and video host, and I also do Geek and Sundry vlogs, a creative writing sort of thing to get people interacting and being creative.
Yay! Yay!
Hi!
Nika. My name is Jeff Callis. I work at Penny Arcade. I've been in the video game industry for 19 years, several of those as a producer, specifically with Nintendo, and then later for the Penny Arcade games. So this whole started, brief history and then the rules. This started when I knew Mike and Jerry from a long time ago before I started working for them, and I would take them out to dinner on Nintendo's dime after every E3. And they asked what I did, and I said I listened to bad game pitches. I would listen to these developers come in and try to get Nintendo to publish their game. And I'd listen to a million bad ones to find the one good one. And so as we had dinner and proceeded to drink, they started pitching me bad game ideas. And it was actually a lot of fun to do it in that casual environment. So when they started PAX, they asked, okay, we want to turn this into a panel. And that's what this has become. So little kind of disclaimer, please don't pitch the game idea you actually want to make to a room full of people. That all probably know devs or mod or whatever, because then you lose your idea. This is really meant to be taken as a fun, lighthearted panel. We want to hear your silly ideas. We want to hear your goofy jokes. We want to hear your bad pun titles. Those are the stuff that we love. I'm going to say go, and there's going to be a poor enforcer who's holding a mic in this aisle. And you will all line up behind him. And we will hear as many pitches. This is your elevator pitch. This is your 30 seconds, just real quick. We might ask a question or two, but it's get your idea out there so we kind of understand it. We will give you a yes or a no. No matter what you get, go sit down again. After a half hour, I'm going to say everyone who got a yes, get back in line. And that's when we're going to see if maybe if we need some clarification. We might not have any more questions, but it'll refresh our memory of who got yeses. When we get through all those, we will huddle up and we will award prizes for first, second, and third. Our prize packages today are third place, the latest Penny Arcade book, the official PAX Australia scarf, some wonderful Geek and Sundry bracelets and pins and tabletop pins, and a month subscription on Live. Second place gets all of that, plus the DVD of Season 3. I don't know if it's PAL. I should check. I didn't even think about that. Also a month subscription, and the limited edition Penny Arcade Chandra pen from Wizards of the Coast. First place gets all of that, plus the now sold-out PAX Australian set of the Penny Arcades, and a year subscription to Xbox Live. Where's my enforcer?
Do we say go now?
Everyone who wants to pitch an idea, please get in line.
Okay, while people are lining up, Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
That's my favorite part of the panel, is just watching them. And I love the fact that I was really worried you guys have been so nice that it would be a bunch of Australians going, no, you go first. No, you go first.
No.
No, it's okay, you go first.
They play rugby here, though,
Oh,
so I
right.
presume that there's like some kind of shoulder checking.
We're going to try to get through this as fast as possible.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Hey.
We are going now. Give us your idea. There you go.
Oh, okay. We were thinking about doing a line manager, basically managing lines throughout different things.
Basically, you can start off initially, sort of your entry level, you're managing queues at shopping centres, your Tesco's or whatever. And you can sort of graduate up to some of the more complex environments, start doing expos, for example, and other special one-off events. And then, you're like your top level stuff, you're starting to look at
what is your end
Oh, we're
boss?
thinking like Disneyland, places like that. On top of that, you can also do DLC for new events that come out, so you can line manage for each one of those.
The boss battle should be customs at an international airport.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, that's our pitch.
It's creative. You know what? This is, I think, the first time I have ever done this at one of these panels. The first pitch is getting a yes.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
absolutely.
This is really awkward because that's actually what I was going to say. My game's kind of like anthropology porn. It's like a cross between Civilization and Total War. But at no point do I want to build a building or hire a troop. I want to make the person make choices about whether or not you want to breed horses here or sheep, depending on which one is your preference, no pun intended. And other things that sort of like whether you raise a warrior caste up as as you become more affluent, or whether you raise a sort of priest class up, and your religion and that is going to be defined by your decisions. And then if you go to war, your troops that you have are really defined by the civilization and culture that you've developed.
Is there a
And the
pun at
sheep.
the end of this?
No,
This is his idea. He didn't listen to me earlier. I said, don't pitch the game you really want to make. He's pitching it.
Oh, by the way, I have no intention of working in this industry, so please, someone make this. I just want to
It's not
play
a
it.
pitch. It's more of a plea.
It's a cry for help, really.
Yeah.
It's just please.
It's way complicated. I don't want to touch it with
Someone
a
out there knows
10-4.
Python.
It's like
Just make this
a
happen.
combination populist meets animal husbandry.
Can the sheep be priests?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Livestock clerics and things.
Livestock clerics.
Hi, I'm going to apologise in advance because unfortunately I'm not a comedian, and I'm going to appeal to your inner gamer on this one because I went for my idea was for a massive online adventure combat game where players journey through multiple worlds in an attempt to return home. The idea is that players are searching for warp tokens to activate world's warp gates, creating trips to new worlds. The idea is that the worlds are essentially servers where they meet other players. The scarcity of the tokens actually results in a combat PvP environment. There's no AI. It's all about beating the other player and moving through the world to get home.
Sounds
think
like
it's-
Sliders, the video game.
I was thinking.
Wow. Some guys are going to be laughing about that because my end pitch was actually that this is Days meets Sliders in a Stargate universe.
I was,
See, you should have opened with that.
Oh, I was going to end with it, actually.
Then I would have been intrigued. And
Oh,
I
I'm
explain the
sorry.
mechanics, and I'm bored.
because I thought
okay.
keywords the game is what we're getting at with this one.
Keyword.
Yes, it's a
Warp.
combat scenario PvP.
I'm going to shove every genre in there that I possibly can.
with
There's
livestock.
no text adventure.
Yeah.
one didn't have
Your-
the sheep.
Your development budget alone scares me. No.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm likely to change the tone significantly here. A woman is running in the Mahradan Desert from the Basiji. She is on the run for killing her husband, who would abuse her daily.
Yeah, you're changing the tone.
Yeah.
As she runs through the desert, her thirst grows and death comes ever closer. But as death approaches, so do her hallucinations grow. She begins to remember ancient Persia, where she wouldn't be lesser than a man, she would be an equal. She could have been a warrior. As her thirst grows, the gameplay changes. When your thirst is fully sated, it will be played in the survival horror escape, where you have to hide at all costs from these men who will kill you. But as it progresses from survival horror to stealth to straight up brawler, wherein a warrior can actually engage her enemies on her own terms.
How is your relationship with your mother? Just out of curiosity. I just.
What's the title? Hook me.
I ran.
What?
A pun title, I ran. Play on both how she ran away from what.
I
You know
think
what?
for the title,
Okay.
that's a yes.
I think
That's a
yes.
good
I think
title.
yes.
Your
Yeah.
That was the
subject matter
clincher.
terrifies me as a developer and the publisher risk involved, but it was all right. Pun wins.
I was going to try for Paranoia in James Bliss' Cities in Flight environment.
We need a mic volume up a little bit on this one. All right, just hold it real close.
Get it in the
There
beard.
we go.
Yeah, right in the beard, please. We want to hear it.
So it really depends if you've played, Send in the Clones Paranoia. If you don't know Paranoia, well, it's pretty dead. The idea is that there's no mouse, no keyboard. It's all voice recognition, and your vocabulary depends on your skills. If you want sex discussions, that's level 14 and takes you 5 years to get there, sort of thing. So it has an EVE Online skill tree. So it takes forever to learn anything.
Is that the real marketing pitch? It's like-
Conversation, the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it takes
More
you 14
like
years
an
to get
MMO.
sex.
An MMO.
The game. It's called adolescence.
All right, I'll cut
No.
it there. If you want to see a mouse,
actually
it's
know
an
what the
elephant
gameplay
gun
is.
in a museum. It scares off elephants.
No.
Again, it's a paranoia environment, remember?
Is the paranoia not getting laid?
I'm paranoid
Yeah.
to approve you.
No.
This game is all
No.
over the place.
Sorry.
You are dedicated
There we
to this
go, there we
concept.
go.
I appreciate your passion.
Okay, so this game is about a plumber. No, this game is called Strip Search, the mobile edition. So what you do is you add your friends from Facebook or Twitter, and then you challenge them to a strip search competition where they each have to draw an idea from the wastebasket of broken dreams. Some say which was before their time. And they draw their own strip search comic, and then your friends vote to see which one was the best. And it's awesome because PA could also leverage this as a way to run competitions throughout the year. And it really takes the strip search experience and brings it right in front of you on your mobile
So
platform.
you're basically cloning Draw with Friends and slapping our own license on it.
Yeah, damn right.
Which I'm okay
Turnabout
with
is
in the
fair
mobile
play.
space.
Well,
So
yeah.
this is
but
normal business behavior.
Yeah, but there's a voting element too with where you bring your other friends in to judge, which is kind of a lateral
Okay.
move from Draw something. So.
Yeah?
I think yes.
Yeah. Next round. Okay.
We're going to have to go faster if we're going to
Yeah,
get
we're
these
going to have
people
to
through.
we'll bust through real fast here.
I'll start with my elevator pitch then. You're familiar with the television show Heroes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. So,
The one season of it, right? One
Yeah.
season?
There was only one. Yeah.
okay, so imagine you're one Siler in a world of Silers and you're all going at each other. Basically, well, I'll try to elaborate. Mages, each with 2 initial powers, fight each other to kill and steal the other person's powers. You can relinquish one power for another. Each kill makes you a little stronger overall, just a little. And collecting multiple of the same power increases that power's effect. You can have maybe single-player or multiplayer campaign.
That's actually kind of an interesting mechanic. I wouldn't put the Heroes license on it.
No,
Well, no, that's why
But
I
it gives
called them
us context.
mages so that I don't get sued.
So then when you kill someone who's killed a whole bunch of other people, is that a combo breaker?
Oh, shush. He's just
Well,
rubbing
if
it. He
they
just
have
beat
if
me
they
in
have
Killer
like a
Instinct.
really
That's-
strong fireball ability and you kill them, you would get a much stronger fireball ability
Okay,
than a person with
that-
just.
I want to know more.
Okay. Do we have a title?
Oh.
What's the word Silas spelled backwards? What's that?
That's the name, Siler spelled backwards.
All right. A tentative approval for next round.
If you're in line and you don't have a punny name, work on it right now.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
F-22s versus dragons. Name, Dragon Force 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
There's always at least one sociopathic game, so this one is just built on my whole experience of public transport around Melbourne for the first time around. The entire point of the game is to blow up as much shit as possible. So you start off with a cityscape and you're given 3 options of things to send wrong. You can choose like a train to derail, a building to just sort of collapse, and you want 3 disasters to happen. You're given 5 minutes to set everything off, and you want as much collateral damage as possible. You just want to wipe everything out having 3 things happen.
Isn't that already Sim City?
Let's talk about the voice controls.
But that's kind of different because the game itself is already a disaster, correct?
This one's more of a, you've got 5 minutes to just have the perfect plan. It's like a whole chain reaction of
Natural
explosions.
disaster game. I actually think it's been overdone.
You would have had me if it was like something where there's a building and I need to plan how I'm going to blow it up and set the explosives and time them and all that kind of stuff.
It's sort of like got the whole idea of there are generally like 1 or 2 targets you need to destroy while doing everything else. So it'll be like you need to take out Melbourne. It's
with natural disasters.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
I don't understand how we haven't a drop bear game yet.
Oh, no, it'll come. Hold on.
I've always liked games like Street Fighter and Tekken, but I've always found the single player to be just woeful in them. So I'd like to see someone make a JRPG style game, but replacing the combat with the fighter game type gameplay.
See, this is
And
your real.
I think that it would work really well with the mechanics of leveling up and stuff. You'd be able to create your own combos and stuff.
So
I would make this game
it is
myself.
a classic Street Fighter type mechanics.
It's
but
Final
you're-
Fantasy X Tekken.
Yeah, but
It's genius.
yeah,
Yes. You go to the next round.
I'll take that prize.
I
You can't balance that game. That's
no,
never
it would
going to
be.
work.
It would be vain. I'm curious.
single player, not multiplayer.
Yeah,
I
it's a
realize
single
it's
player.
impossible to
Doesn't
balance.
that take away part of the fun, actually, of like a fighting game? Isn't it mostly about like? It's true.
No, I can just imagine
you play
the
to like
screen-
trash talk
the
someone else.
screen-
You can't trash talk a
The
computer
screen
very well.
trash talks back to you
Yeah.
and calls you very derogatory terms. No, we're gonna say no.
Because of the
Good
lack
luck.
of multiplayer, I think. Kind of.
Hi, mine was just a home defense where you start off having a really shit home, so your defense is like possum in a box and tin cans stringed about, and then you like level up and work up and have to hide your progressively better shit until you end up with like a mansion with millions of stuff in it, and you get like lasers to defend your home. And it's
Home
called
Security, the game.
Yes, and it's called Home Sweet Home.
That could be a good tower defense game.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Next round.
All right, I was thinking an ARG app for glass, where as a nerd in a city I've never been to, I've been having this problem. You would put the glass on, and anybody that else is signed up for this app has their name floating above their head, and if they want, they can tag their LFG status, looking for group. Basically, you'd go up to those people, you'd start a conversation, you'd make friends, and your raid equivalent would be getting a bunch of nerds together and going to like a museum or a restaurant, and you'd have to build experience by being social, which we're bad at.
It's going to turn into a hookup app
yeah,
for
yeah,
glass.
Yeah, it's what is your
Hard
title?
mode. Looking for life.
That's not bad.
We'll
Okay,
work on the title and
we'll
come
come
back.
back. We'll come
Yeah.
back to you in the second round. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Quest distribution management sim. The idea is a little bit like Recettear and Iron Shot Tale. The idea is instead of being the actual character, your king in your kingdom has heard of an impending doom and has picked you, his secretary, to distribute quests out to heroes who are coming to your town. There's a big bulletin in the middle of it. You to pick which quests you set up. Say you've got your entry level killing rats in a dungeon. Then they scale up, but you have to be careful because you can't make them too hard, otherwise you'll just kill off all your heroes. Then they can learn to become parties.
That's an interesting mechanic, but the whole game is just standing there picking from a dialogue tree.
Yes, like I said, it's a management sim.
It's a sim.
It's Quest Keeper OCD edition.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I've seen ones like that just aren't like they're not engaging enough. But I like the idea of actually sending people out into the wilderness as well, where you can actually it's more of like a simulation from a large perspective,
What-
not just I'm a king. It's like kind of
What if you
general.
could
I
send
like
your
it.
Facebook friends into the wild?
As long as they stop sending me the goddamn invites to
I
play in
kind
the
of
first
like
place.
just that being a thing. What if you can send your Facebook friends into the wild? I'm like, can that be a game in itself?
All right.
Just
You guys
go
stop.
play on a
This
freeway.
is-
Sorry.
This is not game designed by committee.
Please.
All right.
I beg to differ.
I will see you in the second round.
You're looking for
Do we have a
second
name?
round.
What are we
Yeah.
calling this game?
Medi-admin.
Boy, that's gonna fly right off the shelf. God, I bought this mini admin so my server would be optimized, and all it keeps telling me to do is go fight the rats.
Good day. So my idea is basically SimCity with vampires. So you're the manager of a city, so you have to build your city, you have to entice people to move into your city, but you're also the head of a family of vampires. Your family has to feed, but you don't want to manage the city where people just die all the time. So you have to balance both sides.
Okay. One very important question. Are the vampires sparkly?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that DLC?
The most important question.
We could make money on that, so yes.
SimCity meets vampires, right? That's what
Yeah.
you said. What kind of cars do they drive, and will I have traffic problems?
During
if you could solve
the idea is that your vampires should blend into the city. The city's residents shouldn't know that they're in a vampire feeding pod.
Vampires don't get stuck in traffic. That just doesn't work.
Yeah, they're out at night.
It's some epic bat
If they
mechanics,
use
right?
the
That is
SimCity
why.
engine, they would.
Yeah.
All right. No, I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Second round.
SimCity with vampires. You kidding me? Can I pre-order?
You were reading her diary. All right.
Hello. My idea is that it's a railroad horror game, except you play. It's a person walking around with a camera, which we've seen before, except you're not the person holding the camera. You are the camera. And you've got to warn the person of things that are coming up ahead. So it's an observation game. So you see the monster, but the person holding the camera has not seen the monster. So you zoom in on the monster to let the idiot controlling you know that he's about to get killed.
Oh.
So you're like a quest object.
You're
Almost.
like your play mechanic is to zoom in and out.
Yeah.
You're the radio in Silent Hill.
Can you do the flash and at least like flash SOS?
You can flash out
'cause
the
I'd be
Morse
like-
code things if you like.
All right, there's something dangerous. Let's look at it closer.
I like the idea, but I think it's too passive.
Thank you.
It's Silent Hill Voyeur
I
Edition.
like the concept, but the gameplay mechanics seem to be lacking. All right.
All right, guys. My one was in real life troll. The idea is you get a certain situation and you have to set up some sort of massive prank. Like there's a big lineup for the toilets, so you go behind them, disconnect all the plumbing, so then it just goes everywhere. Or you use environmental objects to pretty much make everyone's day terrible for some reason in a real life situation or a sporting event or something like that.
Okay, so you're trolling real life events, but in the context of a video game.
Correct.
Because you're not just being an ass.
No, not in real life.
I wanted to clarify that. Like, when you say, hey, this is a real life game, I'm going to go fuck shit up.
It would be the attempt that people do that in the game so they don't do it in real life.
It's like an outlet. It's
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Oh, get your troll out.
I have to dismantle some plumbing today. It must be done. I want people to pee themselves everywhere.
Or do things like you could start a riot of people running forward by saying, hey, there's free stuff over there, and see if the lines just merge that
What's
way.
my motivation?
I'm going to license 4chan.
Oh.
4chan the game.
Is this Line Manager 2, like special edition? This is like the other side of it?
I suppose it could be a DLC.
No.
for
Head to
that,
head.
yes.
No,
Free
I
stuff
don't-
there.
No, I don't like troll the game. No.
No.
It makes me sad a little bit.
That's right.
Okay, so in a nutshell, your Xbox One is trying to kill you.
Approved.
Yes.
So
No. You're going to the second round. No, I'll ask follow-ups. You're in the second round.
Oh,
Give it to the
great.
next guy.
Awesome.
Cool. My game idea is basically to have a developer's life tracked through the early 90s till now through their own medium of games that they're developing at that time.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
You lost me.
Can you go through that again?
So
but
you're tracking a
slower?
developer's life?
Yeah.
So you're like developer stalker?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
Yes.
actively...
That's what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
What is your point of the game? Are you the developer? Are you a timeline?
Are you living in the ceiling?
You are the player.
Ceiling cat.
You're the player playing as the developer. And the developer
Stalk me,
is in
the
a
video
game. And
what is your constant so you can get out of the dream? Thank you for those of you that acknowledged my reference. I'm glad Inception made it here to Australia so that you were able to understand my reference. No, I'm confused by your pitch. Your game would confuse me more. All right, next.
Hi, my game is something I think a lot of people could relate to. It's called Backlog. Basically, the goal is to play games.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
That.
Okay. I'll ask you more questions second round. That's.
Hi, my name is Brock. I'm a freelance developer, sound designer, and music producer, and I want to make a game called Don't Look Down. It's a first-person, it's kind of basically point and click. It's a mountain climbing game set in like the 1890s, and you know, it's just the most brutal mountain that you've ever climbed.
It's a point and click mountain climbing game?
Left,
it's
right.
It's first person and made in CryEngine and designed for the Oculus Rift, but you know, it would be mouse.
Now I'm interested.
It would have to be mouse only for like left click for left hand, right click for right hands, and it becomes a point and click essentially in the mechanic.
Mountain climbing simulator.
So
Yeah.
For
Well, it
people
wouldn't
who
be a
don't want
simulator.
actual exercise, they can.
Yeah, it's like you know 90% of the experience with 0% of the danger.
I will say this is our very first Oculus Rift game pitch. So
Yeah.
that is interesting. I will second round.
Thanks.
Yes.
All right.
I'd like to propose that everyone likes zombie games, but instead of the zombie apocalypse starting with human infection, it actually starts with seagulls. So now your survivalists have to avoid the swarms of seagulls that are trying to eat your brains.
That was kind of already done in Resident Evil, though, in one of the movies.
Is it a comedy game?
Was it?
Yes,
the
it would have
crows
to be a comedy game.
coming around the
silly.
buses.
But it's different.
It's
This is
silly, and you could
Oh,
like.
well.
I imagine you could lure in the
Jonathan
seagulls
Dead
by
Seagull.
filling like. I would imagine filling a body with with chips and Panadol, so that then the seagulls would eat it and explode.
I'm sorry, we came up with our own title, and I've been laughing at that ever since. Sure, zombie seagulls,
Yeah.
why not? All right.
I'm writing everything in the format of Zombie X Seagull.
All right. Let's bust through.
Okay, so my idea basically is every mecha anime ever, right? So you have like a base, right?
From the game.
So we're
Yeah.
Voltroning anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have like
All
a
anime.
base, and you have to protect it, but you have these emotionally unstable teenagers at your disposal, and they have to get in giant robots and essentially protect your base.
You had me in emotionally unstable teenagers. This is my kind of game.
Yeah. So basically, part of it would be like managing the combat, so you'd be ordering them to do stuff. But on the other hand, you've also got to manage their mental states.
No.
Make sure they're happy. Make
No.
sure the people in your city or your base are happy.
No,
and
that
machine guns.
anime, the parenting simulation.
Yeah.
No.
No. Thank you.
Thank
you.
I appreciate all the thought you put into your idea.
G'day.
G'day.
Okay, so this is set in Papua New Guinea, up in the highlands, which is really important because up there all the men are born like equal, so you can become whoever you want, and you do that by being very generous. And this is going to be a worker management game because one of the ways you get a lot of cred is by giving people hermaphrodite pigs. You do this at big festivals called mockers. Now, it's really hard to breed a hermaphrodite pig because they're sterile, so you need a lot of wives. And to be able to sustain a lot of wives, you need to have a lot of possessions and things, but you need to keep giving those away to get a lot of rep. I've already figured out some DLC because there's another tribe that's really interested in just growing like huge fruit and things. No, well, vegetables. And the longer and straighter the vegetable is, the more cred you get that way.
He had me at hermaphrodite pig.
Yeah. I want to Google that now, but I'm also afraid.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
learn your history, everyone. Kids rock. Woo!
It's
that is the most unusual pitch in 15 PAXs I have ever heard. All right.
How on earth can you follow that?
More livestock?
Yeah, we're good on Unix and livestock so far. So if you have that in your games, we're done.
The idea was carbon defense. Basically, in the near future, Earth is invaded by large ice monsters, and our only defense is global warming. So as a result...
That's not a bad follow-up, sir. That is not a bad follow-up.
As a result, it's a bit of a SimCity management crossed with XCOM. You want to create traffic jams, downgrade your technology.
vote for Republicans, that kind of stuff.
The game and the freaking I can't use the joke. Sorry, I had a very American joke to make, and I wasn't gonna make it because 2 people would laugh in this whole room.
Us.
It's
4.
It's Fox News, the games. Okay, that's more than I thought. It's like, yeah, Rush Limbaugh gets to be the hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes,
It's
next.
Sky, I don't know, whatever, the right wing. All right, yes, okay.
Hey, the bond between a mother and a child is a really powerful thing, yeah? So my game allows a mother to play with her child before the child is born. So using using mobile devices.
How do you get the baby the controller?
This is the good bit, man, right? You use apps like mobile devices and stuff, and we already have sensors and pressure pads that can actually register these things. They're used in medical professions. Why can't we use it in a game? You hook it up to the iPad, and every time, say a mother, like, late in pregnancy, is having trouble getting off the couch and they're bored, put the sensors on their belly, and when the baby kicks, right, it creates a thing in the game world that the mum can interact with.
Okay,
and you can create
picturing
scenes
guys.
and stuff.
No.
Okay.
Here's where this goes. Guys with iPads on like public transport going up to pregnant ladies and attaching electrodes to them.
I was thinking, why stop at a game? Why can't you just like put Dora the Explorer on there so the kid can just like raise itself inside your own body?
Come out, speaking
You've got better
Spanish.
things to do, madam.
Oh my goodness. I thought hermaphrodite pigs was the most unusual fame I have ever been pitched.
What's the name?
Baby Boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh my God, he broke me. No. You guys really want to play with fetuses? God damn you guys.
How many people can bear fetuses in the room? I'm just wondering.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No!
He's going to be good for a while. Just go.
I lost control of the panel.
So it's basically a defense game, and it's based around Australia because practically everything around every corner...
Excuse me, you're going to have to speak up past
Sorry.
the base of the Xbox One that's trying to kill us next door.
Hey, that's my baby.
So basically, it's a defense game based in Australia because everything around here is trying to kill you. So you'll be attacked by things like drop bears, or you'll be boxing kangaroos or whatnot. And basically, it's called Down Underverse, and you're basically trying to, protect yourself from everything that's trying to kill you.
Australia, the game.
Yeah,
how do you
basically,
stop
yeah.
it with less music from my
Oh no, you can put in the didgeridoo and whatnot if you want. It can be DLC.
Oh, so what are your mechanics to protect yourself?
Basically, you'll have homemade things. So if you've ever seen...
Because I know you can't buy guns in this country.
No, but if you've got the know-how, you could use stuff like nitrate and fertilizer and try and bomb it up that way. So basically using Aussie ingenuity, basically.
So for once, an Australian game that you won't be able to import into the US.
Yeah, basically. It's our revenge.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Sure. I've lost control. Yes and no's.
You never
No's and
had
yeses.
control.
Whatever.
All right, we're going to do 6 more. So whoever's past, the gentleman with the, you're all wearing
6.
T-shirts and back. So count 6
Yeah.
back. And then
The light-colored shirt.
I'm sorry.
Is Baron Nashor in it?
All right.
I feel I should apologize for lack of comedy. My idea is very bleak. The idea is that you play an immortal person trying to stay sane through the centuries as everyone you know and love dies, and you get a new family, and then they age and they die, and you're just trying to maintain your sanity, trying to maintain friendships as everyone gets older and you stay the same.
At what point do you become Doctor Who?
Ooh. Well, I'd say based on the series, once you're about 900 or so.
That's the end game, right?
Eventually.
Is there a pun in the name?
At some point, don't you just stop building relationships so that you don't have to keep saying goodbye?
Well...
Did I find a design flaw in your game?
I think that would have to be the lose condition. Once you become a complete and utter sociopath, Or you could just make that keep playing as a crazy person.
The game that you most want to play is an immortal sociopath?
No, the object is to not be a sociopath.
Sociopathic tendencies.
It's already been done. It's called Highlander.
Highlander.
Does that have a game?
Sorry, there can be only
Can I buy
one.
that game?
And you're not No. Sorry, you lost out to a Jaguar game. All right, next.
So my game's called Game Journalism Simulator 2013.
Okay.
So basically, you'll start off as a lowly blogger, and then move up to your very own show on the internet, and then you'll have then obviously you'll get more fans, and then you'll get your very own show on the TV, your very own TV show, and then when the TV show eventually gets cancelled, you go back on the internet. It's inevitability.
That sounds so easy.
Yeah, and so basically some of the gameplay features I've got, you can have titles of a video, you can put Half-Life 3 confirmed, but then you put a question mark at the end of it. So then you just talk about a rumor post on a forum somewhere for about 5 minutes. And then obviously, as a serious games journalist, you have to review games. So basically, you review a game and you can rate it 7, 8, or 9, or 10 out of 10.
I was waiting for it. No. I appreciate the effort. All right. How did we get an extra person?
Math, hard.
G'day, guys. All right. Nicolas Cage, the video game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You're in.
Next.
I will let you do your comedy in the second round.
So my game basically involves just breaking all the rules.
Okay.
Basically, you're a person living in a kind of totalitarian, like 1945 type situation, and you find the power to like break rules. So eventually, actually be able to break gravity, break
So you're not talking like rules of government. You're talking like laws of physics.
Yeah, well, you'll work your way up from like littering to flying.
Why is it set in totalitarian 1945?
Sorry?
What? I don't get the setting. Totalitarian 1945, like.
Orson Welles.
Okay.
I love.
Sorry, did I get that wrong?
love the level progression.
Yes.
Littering to flying? Yeah.
Yeah, littering to flying, but no.
Public disturbance.
Thank you.
And then.
Yeah, I know. And then all of a sudden, you can bend things with your mind.
Yes, and then.
All right.
Teleportation.
I had two pictures, but I'll make them really quick because I'll do the title. Prepper makes good, but seeing as there's a lot of preppers, PAX Ball, the game.
What are the gameplay mechanics?
The gameplay is you throw a whole pile of balls into the crowded pack, and you got to knock out drop bears, signs.
I've heard about this game.
Lights.
It's funny how whenever you put gamers together and they're bored, they make their own games. So I heard that was in the queue room, right? You guys are hitting a ball over the map.
In the queue room, PAX Ball.
See, it would have been more fun if the balls were radioactive.
Oh.
We can progress to radioactive
okay.
balls.
No.
No.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was not a suggestion, by the way.
Would be real.
That was
All right.
Howdy. My game idea is a real-time strategy in which you can send units back and forwards in time. The game mechanic that strikes it different is that when you create a time paradox, a doomsday counter starts, and both players have to attempt to avoid the paradox, possibly working together in order to do it. If they don't avoid it, they both lose.
Wow. That is deep. So hold on. How do you avoid the paradox in the first? Like, does every game end up being a paradox?
Well, you can send units to intercept units that you yourself have sent in order to stop it from happening.
What if I had intercepted? Oh dear God.
The other. You're always going to play against a troll, though. You'll never finish a game of that.
And that could well be a problem. You'd have to work out a complicated matchmaking system for that.
Or just play with
I
friends.
built those. Those are hard.
Yeah, I love how you just. I just work out a complicated matchmaking system.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm on my third. That's not fun. No, sorry.
I like wow. Okay, so everyone who got a yes, get back in line real fast.
And congratulations, anyone who got a yes.
Making it. And thank you for. I feel bad for those who we didn't get to. We will do this panel again at future PAXs, I promise.
Congratulations, anyone who was brave enough to pitch their idea.
Yes.
I'm the nice one here. Thank
Just
you.
remind us what your game is real fast, and if we have a question, we'll follow up.
Dragon Force 1.
Dragon Force 1. Oh, that's right. No, did you have a question? I don't.
What color dragons?
I don't know, any color? You know, red, green, silver, purple, neon pink.
Can you customize the color of your dragon?
Oh no, you don't play as. Oh, you can play as the dragon, but you mainly play as the fighters fighting the dragons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't that a movie already?
Okay, I don't have any other questions.
Reign of
Thank you.
Fire, that's what it
Reign
was.
of.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Home
All right.
security, the game.
Home sweet home.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm interested in this
How
one.
are you collecting resources?
Basically, as you defend your stuff from more and more robbers, maybe they drop stuff they've stolen from other people. So you actually gain
So,
money.
hold on. You're pillaging those trying to break into your house in order to make your house more secure. You're
Yes.
stealing from the stealers.
Yes, that's legal, right?
It's.
You tell me. I don't know the laws of this country.
Thieves drop loot. That's normal.
It's Dungeon Keeper Home Defense Edition.
Yes.
Oh.
I love Dungeon Keeper.
No, okay. Okay. All right. I think we're good.
I would strip search the mobile edition.
Oh, yes. How are you going to get the licensing rights?
Beg.
The correct answer was we're not going to. We're going to make as much money as we can, and
they'll
then
acquire us.
You have announced this game in a public forum, sir.
Hey, it's 99.
I don't have any follow-up
What platform was it on?
It was.
It's iPad, any tablet.
Yeah.
Okay,
mobile
tablet.
device.
Not Facebook?
Windows Phone?
No one
Does anyone
makes
use
games
those?
for Windows phones. Thank you for the setup. I knew that was happening. All right. I don't have any follow-up questions.
No.
I'm good.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
I had the ARG app for Glass.
Looking for.
Looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking for life.
I was thinking
See,
muggings
what's funny
generally.
is now that acronym LF is like looking for love, which we thought would turn into a hookup game in the first
Yeah,
place.
glass for women, glass for men. Yep.
That guy goes to the next round.
Would you like a job in my upcoming theoretical development company?
Hold on, ask him
He's
if
your
he can be an
director of
angel
marketing.
Investor at your.
May I introduce my head of PR?
I just yeah, I would worry if I saw this band of. Like, what are your raid group sizes? Because you get 20 people together all entering one location. I would be very terrified.
Also, in general, like if you see someone else wearing Google Glass, are you not already friends? Do you have to know their name, or is it just like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, well, pretty much. Your raid groups would basically be like, the dungeons would have, there'd be 50-man instances for like PAX or big museums or fairs, and then there'd be like 5-people instances for a restaurant, so you wouldn't get labeled a terrorist organization in a city this way.
Okay.
Say it, Nika. Say it.
No.
Say
I
it.
refuse. This
Let
is
it out.
being
I
filmed
think it'd
somewhere.
be more fun if they were looking for real dungeons.
I was like 5-man raid instances, like hotel rooms.
Oh,
or
no.
like, what are we talking here?
She is no longer allowed on future panels. Oh, no, I'm just
I told you not to make it.
no. I mean, wait, we're second round. Well, think about it.
Yes.
Thank you. May have tipped my hand there.
Hello. I was with MediAdmin, the Quest
MediAdmin.
distribution management.
Have you thought of a new title?
No, I think this one's pretty good. You know, it
No.
markets well.
No.
Well, this is where you're putting your foot down.
I don't think admin
Does anyone
is
in
very
the room want to
villagey.
be his marketing director?
I will take suggestions and shoot them down. Majesty.
Admin. Okay, so it was the quest giver game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
Okay, so what are the consequences if the newbie comes up and you tell them to go fight the end boss?
Well, they might refuse, and you can say, well, we're not going to give you any quests. They can become, say, a thief or a bandit in your town, which you then have to send on another hero on a quest to get rid of them. And then they might form a rebel group outside in your forest, which then you have to send your own heroes to try and stop, in which it might become something a bit like Fire Emblem, where it's a little turn-based strategy.
I gotta say, the only part I'm really excited is when they walk up to you to get their quest. They go, "What is my quest?"
Okay, I don't have any follow-up questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was Backlog, the game about playing games.
Oh yes. Okay, now we get past the funny first line. How do you play Backlog the game?
Okay, so essentially there's two modes. The first one is like the story mode where there's a finite amount of games you need to finish. Basically, you also have to micromanage health, social stuff, girlfriend, whatever, job, to the point where you're not going to kill yourself from suicide or die from heart disease because you're not doing anything. The second mode is an endless mode where you keep on buying games, and like every time there's a Steam sale, you get like 50, and that's really annoying. The goal is to finish as many before you either have too many games or you, die or whatever. So,
Do you program in your own games?
Pardon?
So you're programming in your own games?
No. Well, it's sort of like mini games. So each of the daily tasks will be kind of like a repetitive mini game, like going to your job's kind of boring. The games, when you're actually playing a video game, it'll be a bit more of an interesting mini game type thing.
Ironically, I'd buy this, never take off the shrink wrap, and just leave it on the shelf. Okay. I don't have any further questions. All right.
Your Xbox One is trying to kill you?
Yes.
But you weren't supposed to know about that.
It's already begun.
Okay.
So basically, your Xbox One is using all of its methods at its disposal. It's creepy, ever-watching Kinect camera watching you while you sleep. It can do anything from subtly fattening you up on the Kinect camera to chip away at your self-esteem to...
Hang on. I'm writing that down.
all the way through to using your credit card details to order a box of angry bees delivered to your doorstep. It's kind of like a survival horror type thing.
I have no questions.
I know what my trip report when I go back home is going to be about.
We might have an image problem with the Xbox One's abilities.
Hey guys, Nicolas Cage game.
The Nicolas Cage game?
Yeah.
All right, hit me.
All right, so Nicolas Cage, like in his films, plays himself being an actor trying to be a character in this endless 2D runner. So to a cheesy Bobby soundtrack, Cage blitzes through hilarious cliche plot points that have littered his 20 plus years in film, and the player must press a single action button or acting button in time to the visual cues on screen to get through each one. Now, if he fails, Cage becomes less marketable as an actor. And the game pretty much comments on the amazingly superfluous nature of Cage's film acting, and by condensing down his various Academy Award-winning moments to single button presses. So you'll be doing stuff from punching women in bear suits to swearing at other women.
Gameplay mechanics are Parappa the Rapper with Nick Cage, which sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Are you getting him or an impersonator?
Sorry?
Are you getting him or an impersonator to voice
I
it?
think his licensing fees are reasonable right now.
Exactly. Yes.
I think
This will
I
be
think
the
this will work.
cheapest movie he'll ever be in.
You can actually do mocap for the entire thing.
All
You can
right.
actually just have him act out the
No,
movie.
you don't need mocap. He will actually come to your house and play the game for you.
The title's called Raging Cageaholic.
Well done, sir. Well done. All right.
I had the ice climbing game for the Oculus Rift.
Okay, Oculus Rift. So, aside from just simulated mountain climbing with a clever title,
It's not a simulation, it's a narrative, though.
it's a narrative.
Yeah.
So you're fighting the elements, like what is the nemesis in this?
Oh, it'd be the mountain. It's trying to kill you.
The mountain doesn't attack you. Technically, you're climbing it.
The mountain is sentient?
No, the environment.
The environment is sentient.
Okay. So it's...
No, so it's a climbing a mountain.
It's
It's
crazy.
a simulator.
This is an art game.
This is
I've heard of
Crazy
them.
Climber Oculus Rift Edition.
No, but he said that there's no AI, or it's just a mountain.
No,
Are there like goats on the mountain trying to knock me off?
Zombie seagulls.
Are there hermaphrodite goats?
Hermaphrodite zombie sea.
You climb with another person, and it's just about battling the elements, It's a short game, half an hour long.
Simulation. Okay. I don't have any further questions. All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Vampire SimCity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have more questions, Nika?
I just don't know. When's the Kickstarter coming out? No.
how do you play it daytime?
Play daytime, you want to manage it. It's so day and night cycle. Daytime, you manage your city. Nighttime, you manage your vampires. So the harmony comes from, say, as city manager, the people will want police officers, but you don't want to overfund your police because otherwise they'll keep arresting your vampires at night when they're feeding.
Can I adjust the tax rate on just the vampires?
No, because the vampires blend in. But as the head of the vampire family, then if you choose to, you could probably, take funds from your family, but they'd probably hate you.
So I'm trying to manage the balance, but I don't want to get rid of the vampires, but I don't want them taking over.
Yeah, well,
either.
you are a vampire. You're the head of the vampire family.
So I'm trying to take
How
over
am
the
I
city.
managing the city during the day then? If I'm a vampire.
You've been elected.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't be at the park opening. I might burst into flame.
You have a very big hat.
What is the art direction though? Like, what era is this set in?
Okay,
Is it
all right.
neo fantasy?
No, it's set in today.
Oh, I thought he was going to go steampunk.
I was hoping for something.
No, okay. I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
Well, you could have steampunk DLC.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Look at that, just appeasing the masses. He's already learned how to be a developer. We'll give
DLC
in.
is the buzzword.
All right.
It was the Aussie Defensive.
That where you we can't play it in the U.S.
Well, I mean,
you're
you could always private
making
it.
to quote someone, or you're making terroristy devices in order to fight the indigenous species of Australia.
I mean,
is it a shooter? Is it a tower defense? How do I play?
It'd be more like the Plants vs. Zombies style, and at the end of each one, you would trade up the meat that you've gotten from the dead animals or whatnot for better things, such as like yellow cake from Jabiluka or whatnot.
I will give you these drop bear ribs for a rifle.
Yeah, stuff like that, or you could even go trade it for stuff like the uranium that we have plenty of here, because that'll kill them slowly.
I only understand every 4 words.
Sorry.
Okay, I don't have any further questions because I don't know what to ask. All right.
Zombie seagulls?
Zombie seagulls.
Why seagulls?
Have you seen them?
Well, they're just annoying and they poop on you. They're
No, but if you throw something at a seagull, it swarms. Like, if there's one seagull, more are bound to show up.
Does the zombie plague ever transfer? Like, you're trying to stop it from becoming the zombie version of bird flu where it travels over to people?
I was more thinking that as the levels progress, there'd be more seagulls, and so getting resources and surviving gets harder.
Okay, so the only thing that is attacking us are seagulls, and they want to eat us, is the thing. Okay, so we don't turn into zombies if we get attacked by a seagull.
No, you turn into a
You're
seagull.
gonna die.
Okay. Well, no, it's just one bite and you're dead.
Well,
if
it's not necessarily
hold on.
one bite,
If
but if there's one seagull, there'll be more.
If the zombie
Rabid seagulls.
contagion is confined to just seagulls, why not just let it be? It can't spread. You just want to kill seagulls whether they have this disease or not. This is called Seagull Exterminator, the game. What the hell is wrong with the seagulls in Australia?
Well, when they're zombies, they're trying to eat people.
See? Wow! I have learned so much in this panel.
That's why we're here in the winter.
Okay, I have no further questions about your apocalyptic seagulls.
Mine was Relis. That's Silas spelled backwards.
I love that you went back and, okay, if I write down the S at the end, how would this sound phonetically? Okay, so you're only limited to 2 powers, right?
Otherwise,
At
you'd
one
probably
time.
get overpowered, or it'd probably break it.
So it's more about like a resource management game where you're like, okay, you're min-maxing.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any more questions.
What kind of game was this again? Shooter?
No, it's more well, it's sort of shooter, but third person, because first person, you want to see yourself dying.
Third person action. with adventure. I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, we had line manager waiting for fun.
That's catchy.
Yeah, I don't. It's like the ranks you level up, or like the top is enforcer.
No, it was gonna be TSA.
Oh yeah,
It was
TSA.
Customs,
You go
customs
out and
was
get
that.
Customs.
We were also thinking you could put an Oculus Rift module in where you could actually wait in line.
I love that it might be like an MMO, and all the other players are like just stuck there.
Well, and while they're waiting in line, they can pretend they're climbing a mountain.
Oh. Okay, I don't have any further questions about line management.
Thank you.
He'll start your Kickstarter. All right.
The global warming game, now known as Palin.
Okay. How do you? So you mentioned one of your gameplay mechanics was encouraging traffic jams. What other methods would you do to encourage the warming of our planet?
Downgrading technology, quick cycles on iPhones and things like that, so they make lots of them and buy them and throw them away and make them again, and then you burn them.
One of the gameplay mechanics is to make a giant pile of used iPhones and burn it?
Most of them still work.
All right.
I like the idea of any game where like New York City and Los Angeles are the safest places to be, because no ice creatures are coming there, are they?
They're the heroes too.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. No further questions. Thank you.
My game was the pig simulator, making bacon. No, hermaphrodite pigs.
Where do we get the hermaphrodite pigs?
You have to breed them.
Yeah, very selective. Inbreeding
Which is
is quite an
ironic.
advantage there, yeah.
You breeding hermaphrodite.
Yeah, once it's actually bred, it's sterile, so you can't keep breeding those, and you have to kill them at the big parties you're having and then give the meat away, and then other people try and use that meat when they have their parties, and this can go on for months, so after a while people give tainted meat, so that actually lowers their reputation and stuff. It's a horrible problem.
The amount of thought you have put into this is absolutely incredible, sir.
You know what? That's the first bacon I've ever not wanted to eat.
Inedible bacon. The game.
Inedible bacon.
Yeah, well, that's just one of the problems. You can also, like, you start off, you can't afford hermaphrodite pigs. That's crazy. So you've got to go punch trees to get wood, and then you build simple tools. You work up towards being able to have these pigs and things.
What is the market price on a hermaphrodite pig?
I think it's 1 wood and 2 sheep.
Yeah. What you're probably wondering about is the multiplayer, because you want to give these pigs to your friends.
I have no further questions, sir. We're going to decide and discuss amongst ourselves, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Mingle.
La, la,
All
la,
right.
la. Oh.
We have come to a decision.
In our incredible
third place?
Our incredible third place, we have Line Manager, the game.
Okay,
How
come
can you
up
not?
and get your prize.
You will also get a hug from Jamie.
Here's your prize, and you can get the code from E. Number 2, Palin. Global warming.
Global warming.
And then, yeah, get right in line for more codes for your free month of live. All right. And then he's busy giving out codes before he can announce the winner.
Take a photo of that. That's your code. And the winner, and this is, I think, a game we all want to play, so if you could make it and let us know, that would be great. Home Sweet Home.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your wonderful ideas and humoring us. This was a blast. This is one of the best picture game idea panels I have ever done. Thank you so much. Have a great last day at PAX.